Okay, let's examine the four commonly used types of essays. First, we have the time order or chronological essay. Remember, there are two types of time order essays. The first type is the personal narrative, which tells a story about an important event in a person's life. I want to remind you guys that when you are writing a personal narrative, you are telling a story. So I advise you to use descriptive language and to use dialogue to bring your story to life. Let's look at this personal narrative. It's entitled The Great Escape. I'm not going to read the personal narrative to you all, but let's look at the first paragraph. Emma's gone, I yelled at Mom. She just isn't there. I searched the floor frantically to find her. Just a minute ago, I was feeding her in the bathroom, and the second time I checked on her, she was gone. Since Emma is a gecko and is as wee as a mouse, she could be in any tiny place or crevice. I could feel my face getting hot. She could be anywhere. Okay, and so this particular personal narrative is telling the story of Emma the gecko's great escape. Okay, and we discussed personal narratives in detail in Unit 1. The second type of chronological or time order essay is called the process essay. Remember, the process essay tells how something works, it explains how to do something, how to make something. How to get something done. The process essay will be in chronological order. That means it must be in the order that it occurs. Um, when you're looking at a process essay, there are certain clue words or what they call signal words or transitions that indicate that this is a process essay. Those words include step, stages, processes, development, cycles. Okay, and so when we are looking at an essay, remember an essay will have an opening paragraph which provides the topic of the paragraph and the thesis statement. Remember, the thesis statement is traditionally the last sentence of the opening paragraph. Then you have the body paragraphs of the essay, which will explain and give more information about your thesis statement. Each body paragraph will have its own topic sentence or its own main idea that relates back to the thesis statement. Then you have your concluding paragraph, which wraps everything up. Okay, and so the name of this process essay is digestion. Let's look at the thesis statement. Remember, your thesis statement is traditionally the last sentence of the opening paragraph. So, your thesis statement here, the three major steps involved in the digestive process are ingestion, digestion, and absorption. Okay, remember that every type of essay will have signal or clue words that indicate this is the type of essay we're talking about. For the process essay, we have words like steps, stages, development, cycles, and process. The word steps indicate that this is your process essay. This essay will be in chronological order. The once again, the main idea, there are three major steps involved in the digestive process. And so your body paragraph will discuss those three main steps, your body paragraphs. Let's look at this main idea of this paragraph. Okay, so the main idea of this paragraph is that first sentence. Ingestion, which occurs in the mouth, is the first step of the digestive process. Now, how is this main idea sentence of this first paragraph related to the thesis? It provides the first step in the digestive process. The thesis tells us that there are three major steps, right? And so we know that our body paragraph will discuss those three major steps. And so the first body paragraph, that topic sentence or that main idea of that first body paragraph gives us the first step in the digestive process. Ingestion, which occurs in the mouth, is the first step of the digestive process. This paragraph will only talk about the ingestion part of the digestive process. Let's look at the second body paragraph. In the stomach, the second step of the digestive process begins. When the food is chewed, reaches the bottom of the esophagus, the valve lets the food enter into the stomach. Okay, and so the main idea of this second body paragraph is this sentence. In the stomach, the second step of the digestive process begins. Now, how is this main idea sentence related to the thesis? Remember, the main idea sentences of your body paragraphs will relate back to the thesis. Remember, the thesis is the three major steps in the digestive process are ingestion, digestion, and absorption. This particular main ideal of this body paragraph provides us with the second step in the digestive process, which is digestion. The last step in the digestive process is absorption. Absorption takes place in the small intestine. Now, this right here, this is the main ideal of the third body paragraph. It relates back to the thesis because it gives us the third step in the digestive process, which is absorption. Okay, this paragraph will only discuss the absorption step in the digestive process. This paragraph will only discuss the digestion step in the digestive process, and this paragraph will only discuss the ingestion step in the digestive process. Okay, so you guys can see how they actually relate back to the thesis. Your body paragraphs should relate back to the thesis. If they don't, then your paragraph, then your essay is not complete, coherent, and cohesive. I just want you guys to see how your body paragraphs and the main ideal of your body paragraphs further explain the thesis. And remember that the last paragraph is your concluding paragraph, which wraps everything up. You will restate the thesis, restate important points from the essay, and you may give a final thought. It's a wrap up of the entire essay. Remember, this is an example of a process essay, which gives you a step-by-step account of how something works, how to do something in chronological order. It must be in a specific order. You have to put the food in your mouth before it can be digested. So processes in chronological order, steps must occur in chronological order. You look at the clue words in the thesis statement that would determine what type of essay it is. Words like steps, stages, cycles, processes, and developments indicate the process essay. Next, you have the cause and effect essay. Remember, the cause and effect essay would tell you the cause or why something happened or the effect, the results of that. Okay. Just like the process essay, you have your opening paragraph, in which your thesis is traditionally the last sentence of the opening paragraph. You have your body paragraphs, in which the main idea or the topic sentences, remember, main idea and topic sentences are the same thing in a paragraph. You have your body paragraph, which the topic sentence in the body paragraph will relate back to and further explain the thesis. Okay? So this is my opening paragraph. Your thesis statement. There are two main reasons why these and other cities are becoming so crowded. One, economic, and the other, social culture. This is my thesis. Okay? The word reasons is my clue word that indicates this is a cause and effect essay. Remember, back in your notes, the clue words that indicate a cause and effect essay: reasons, factors, results, causes, leads to, because, effects, effects. These are all clue words that indicate that this is the cause and effect essay. Remember, these clue words will be found in the thesis statement or in the main idea of a paragraph or essay. And you find the main idea, and it give you the clue word to what type of reading you have. Words like reasons, factors, causes, effects, leads to indicate the cause and effect essay. Okay, so for this particular essay, we know that the body paragraph will give us the main two reasons cities are becoming overcrowded. I want to suggest that you guys use transitions in your essays, just like we use transitions in our paragraphs. First, second, also first step, second step, third step, to help the flow of the essay. Just like words like first, second, third help the flow of your paragraphs. Okay. The first primary cause of cities becoming so crowded is economic. This is the main ideal of this particular body paragraph. This body paragraph will only discuss the cause being economic for overcrowding, the economic cause of overcrowding. Okay, and how does this particular main idea relate to the thesis? Because it provides one of the reasons for overcrowding, which is economic. Okay. The next body paragraph, look at second. Another factor in the huge increase in urban populations is the social cultural factor. Okay. This particular paragraph will only talk about how social cultural factors affect overcrowding. Okay. How is this related to the thesis? It gives one of the reasons discussed up here in the thesis of overcrowding, which is the social cultural factor. And so when you write your essays, you need to pay attention to this. Pay attention to how the thesis statements are further developed or explained by the body paragraphs. Pay attention to the use of transition words like first and second to help with the flow of the body paragraphs. Okay? And then this is your concluding paragraph, which wraps everything up. And so once again, to recap, this is a cause and effect essay. This is your thesis. The two main reasons why these and other cities are becoming so crowded are socioeconomic and economic and social cultural factors. That's your thesis. The word reasons in your thesis indicates that it is a cause and effect essay. Next, you have the exemplification essay. Remember that your exemplification essay explains something. Um, and so let's look at this essay, Stresses of Being a Celebrity. This is your introductory paragraph or your opening paragraph. Remember, traditionally, the last sentence of that paragraph would be your thesis statement. Okay. Celebrities lead very stressful lives. For no matter how glamorous or powerful they are, they have too little privacy and too much pressure. Okay? And so remember, a exemplification essay gives you examples of, illustrates something. And so this particular essay will give you an example of um, the stressful lives of celebrities and how they have too little privacy and too much pressure. For one thing, celebrities do not have any privacy, do not have the privacy that an ordinary person has. Okay, and so this paragraph will talk about the celebrities and their lack of privacy. Okay, how does this paragraph relate back to the thesis? It tells you celebrities lead very stressful lives. No matter how glamorous or powerful they are, they have too little privacy. Okay. Remember, your thesis tells you what the entire essay is going to be about. And so as you write your essay, the information from your thesis needs to be explained throughout the body. Okay? Next, in addition to the loss of privacy, celebrities must cope with the constant pressure of having to look and act right at all times. Okay? And this goes along with having too much pressure. They're always on alert about their behavior and about their appearance. They have to look and act the part at all times. And once again, this is your concluding paragraph. I want to ask, does everybody understand? But I will not have an audience. I do not have a traditional audience. So if you don't understand, please send me an email. And the last type of essay is the classification essay. This is when a topic is divided or categorized based on shared characteristics. Once again, essays have an opening paragraph, body paragraphs, and your concluding paragraph. Your opening paragraph will end with the thesis statement. Your body paragraphs will further explain, develop, and provide more information about that thesis statement. Each main idea of the body paragraph, and when I say main idea, I mean topic sentence. When I say topic sentence, I mean main idea. So each topic sentence or main idea of of the body paragraphs will relate back to the overall thesis. Okay, so here there are basically four types of mustard. Okay, the word types indicate that this is the classification pattern. Remember, types, groups, kinds, classes, characteristics. These are all words that are clue words or transition words to the classification pattern. So types, let me know that this is the classification pattern. Okay, and then your body paragraphs would then give you the types of mustard. The most commonly known and used is the yellow mustard. How does this relate back to the thesis? It provides a type of mustard, which is yellow mustard. Brown mustard is a second type of mustard. How does this relate back to the thesis? It gives you the second type of mustard. For an even stronger flavor, mustard lovers turn to the infamous mustard called Dijon. How does this relate to the thesis? It gives you the third type of mustard. Finally, there are many hybrid mustards categorized as specialty mustards, from everything including honey to jalapenos. How does this relate back to the thesis? It gives you the fourth type of mustard. Okay. Remember that your body paragraphs will further explain the thesis. Pay attention to your thesis for the clue words that indicate the type of pattern that is being that is organized in that essay. You guys must read and review and study your notes that discuss the types of essays, because you must be able to identify the transition words that goes with each type of essay. For instance, in the classification essay, the transition words found in the main idea that indicate the classification essay, types, kinds, categories, um, styles, groups, words that indicate the cause and effect essay, reasons, causes, effects, leads to, and factors. Words that indicate the process essay, found in the main idea, steps, stages, processes, cycles, and developments. Okay. So pay attention to your notes. If you have any questions, just send me an email and I will get back with you as soon as possible.